Hi guys, I just wanted to give a quick update of how my hair has been. I've done my hair transplant on the 28th of February 2020 and today is the 29th of March 2020. So I just wanted to come to you guys just to tell you the truth, just to tell you the progress, how it's been and what I have learned so far. I think on my one of the things that looking back I wish I did differently is when they were cutting my hair, I should have actually asked them how they were going to cut my hair. Maybe I should have gone to my barbers and just make sure that they cut my hair first, and then when the surgeons start shaving my hair, they'll be working with what the person who cuts my hair has done. So but what I did is I actually stayed a long time without going to my barber. I normally have short hair simply because of my trapped alopecia. So I then decided to go. I spoke to my barber about this, and then he said that he doesn't know how they're going to cut it. He doesn't know what they want to do, so it's best just to go the way I was and just let them cut it, and then he will do what he can with what's left. Anyway, thinking back, that was a big mistake, because if some of you have seen some of the videos and some of the pictures that I have put out there, these guys just did a diabolical job. I mean, I came out thinking that I just can't even face the world looking like this. But anyway, that was just the past. That's the season. That's something that I have learned. And I think that it will help somebody else when they're going through this. And I think that it's really important knowing that when you have done the surgery, you still have to go around with your hair, even if you start wearing the hair bands, like the headbands, the hair, just covering your hair with a scarf or anything like that. Things that I have been doing, is still important to know that you actually still need to someday just leave your hair out. So you need to be prepared and prepare for the future, if that makes sense. So one of the things, like I said, I wish I did was just to ensure that the guy cut my hair, just put a line of where they have to cut, and then they can do that. They can take the hair from that bit. That's lesson number one. And lesson number two, one of the things that I have learned is, a lot of times people talk about itching, and a lot of times the skin does get itchy. So I think that because we all know that we have to activate and help the hair to grow and the blood to circulate. So sometimes when you just do motions like this, it helps the hair. So when my hair started itching, it started itching around 3 weeks after doing the operation. So one of the things that I did, I wasn't actually scratching my hair. I was just going through the motions and just making sure that the blood circulates properly. And one of the things that I personally used that I know it helped me, it's because sometimes the itching is the dry skin. And as I explained before, I'm very, very bad with putting stuff on my scalp, really. Sometimes I don't even have hair stuff. I'm just really bad. I had dreadlocks for 8 years, so I didn't really do much of those things. So one of the things that I have done is I started using, just to lubricate my skin so that it won't be as itchy, so to speak. So I started using this thing, the coconut oil. I used it because I bought it from Costco. This one is from Costco, because we use this anyway for cooking. So it is quite tough. And when I take it like this, it's like this. And obviously I just make sure that it's on my palm. The more you rub it, the heat, your body heat, makes it end up like this. So that's what I do on my head. So I just do that. And then what it does, it reduced my itching. Honestly, one day when I did that one day, I even forgot about the itching. That's how crazy that was. But anyway, I'm just talking about my experience. This is what happened to me. This is what worked for me, and it might not work for somebody else. I think that people need to find what actually work. And a lot of guys I know, when they're doing this, because they never put anything on their scalp, so sometimes maybe try something like that. But obviously, this is the thing that we use for cooking. I just got a little bottle. And then I just put my one here. This is the one that I use for my hair. So that's lesson 2. The lesson 3 is, I just think that you need to figure out what you're going to do after having this surgery. For the first 7 to 10 days, even when you wear the scarf on the hair, you still can't do that, because for obvious reasons, it's still sensitive, it's still, the hair follicles will fall off, so you have to make sure that you protect them. So for this first 7 days, I wasn't doing anything. If I really had to go to the shops, I mean, it's so sensitive that you can't even put a hair, a scarf around. Even that was just too much. And you're so, I think after doing this operation, you are practically paranoid, wondering if it's taken, if you're going to do the wrong thing, the right thing. But after 10 days, after 14 days, that's when you can start actually wearing scarf. So you just need to figure out what you're going to do for the first practically 7 or 10 days. What are you going to do if you have to go to work? What are you going to do? So that's one of the things. And I think that one of the things is, the holes on my head. And I know I've put a lot of pictures there. Some of you have seen them. Honestly, when I took off my bandage on the second or third, on the third day, actually, I took it on the third day. I forgot they told me I should take it the day after. And I forgot. Oh my God, I didn't read it properly. And then I took it after 3 days. Oh my God. When I took it off, honestly, I was breathing like as if I needed I needed to be resuscitated. Honestly, it was quite painful, because think about it. They've shaved all your hair and there's blood everywhere. There's holes. So they stick a bandage or a plaster around you, a bandage around you. So you have to literally pull it off. So some of those things they don't tell you in detail, but these are some of the things that you need to think about when you take off that. Again, going back to the scarf, you've got an exposed wound, so you can't just put a scarf on. You have to wait for at least 7 days, 10 days for that to actually heal. If you see some of my pictures, I have put there when it was like day 10 on day 13, so you can see exactly how the hair looks like after that. So just be very careful. Just think about the message that I really want to draw down here is, just make sure that you have thought about these things. How are you going to wear your hair to work? There's healing process, and that healing process, sometimes some people say, oh, you can go back to work the following day. I guess depending on the type of work that you do. If you work in an office and you are I don't know, you are a manager, executive, or you work in stored places, you have to think about how people are going to see you coming now, rocking out with a scarf. Some of the things that we have to be honest about, especially when we are ethnic minorities. So it's people's perspective, what people think about you. I can't even say the word now, but you all know what I mean. Yeah. So I think that you have to think about those things. You have to think about what works for you and how the healing process is going to take. What do I think about the process altogether? I mean, the second day, I just thought, oh my God, I really wish I didn't do this. If I knew that what was involved, I practically wouldn't have done it. But on the 7th day, I'm thinking, oh my God, this was the best idea ever. Today, I feel like, yeah, I can still go out like this. I mean, my hair, like I said, I've had a haircut, just basically just to think that I don't care what anybody thinks. I've lost my hair. This is my life, and I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm not going to wait for anybody to tell me what to do. Yeah, that's it. So I'm just going to show you guys how my hair looks like. Most of you have seen, if you've seen my videos, the first videos that I I really lost all my hair there. I lost most of it there. And then there, I didn't have any hair. So what has happened now is, because obviously we are talking, I did it on the 27th of February 2020. So today is the 29th of March 2020. So basically, we've had about 4 weeks with this. In 4 weeks, I'll show you what the difference is at the back. I'm just going to try and turn around and you can see. So this bit here, that's where they did a lot of hair thing. After 4 weeks, what happens is you lose the hair that was there. You lose it basically. So it's going to come back. The hair, when it comes back now, it's the hair that's going to stay. So as you can see, yeah. So I'm just going to turn around to show you guys how my hair looks like at the back now. Again, this is after 4 weeks of having the operation. This is 4 weeks. Look how the hair has grown. This is the hair that has grown after 4 weeks. So you can clearly see how it's going to look like after a month. I'm going to turn around on this other side to show you guys. Again, like I said, the hair, I've lost the hair there. There was hair there last 2 weeks ago. There was hair, but here you can see there is still hair. I can still feel it when I go like this. I can actually really feel it. But it's actually, you know, the top bit has literally come off. But I can, you know, I can literally feel that there's hair there. So this is, again, this is this is the 4 weeks update. This is the 4 weeks update. So in front now, this is what happened in front. They put a few hairs there. As you can see that my baby hairs are there. So when the hair comes in, I'll end up with proper baby hairs. But this is where we are. Here, I can still feel the hair there. But even though there is no hair, but I can honestly feel it. And I just, you know, these things are not really good for showing. It's like you should be here to see it. So, one thing that stresses me personally is I lost my hair through alopecia, and it was trapped alopecia, and it was literally because of my dreadlocks. That's what it was. And right now I see a lot of people, children, particularly adults, doing a lot of braiding for the children. There's nothing wrong with that, as long as you don't do it too much and it pulls the hair. And you know, I just from my experience, I just wish that parents would stop that, because the consequences for the children is they would lose their confidence due to something that really you know, you could just plait your child's hair, just doing cornrow with their own hair at least, just so that you won't pull. So sometimes we believe, as ethnic minorities, Black women, we believe that we're not pulling the braids because the person who was doing the braids wasn't actually, it was not tight and all the rest of it. But bearing in mind, can I just say, my dreadlocks were not tight and I still ended up like this. So if the dreadlocks, which were my own hair, made me like this, what more about braids that you are actually plaiting something into your hair? The heaviness, how heavy it is, even though you say it's not heavy, but it is heavy. I had dreadlocks, it was my hair, and trust me, we need to wake up to this, and we need to make sure that we protect our hair. Thank you very much. I will do another video in 2 weeks because I'm actually intrigued to see how it would look like in 2 weeks. I'm as intrigued as you guys, I'm sure. So thank you. Take care. Bye.